So that's what we got going on. So let's go ahead and get started. We will recap our top 3 clicked products at the end of the night, so pay attention. Our first product right now is our number 1 product, but that will likely change as we go throughout the stream. So let's take a look at what we have in the carousel today. So you guys know me, I love pillows. I feel like pillows are such an easy way to bring a ton of texture and life to your decor every season. And what I love about Amazon is that a lot of these pillows, you just need the pillowcases, so you just have to buy the inserts. So I do have the pillow inserts that are plain white inserts. You can get whatever size that you want. They're linked in the back of the carousel. I'll highlight those real quick. It's a really great way to, let's see here. They were such a great way to like store your pillows. We do have some novelty ones that I liked. Kristen's idea last night that she vacuum seals them. I didn't even think about doing that, but you could just fold up your pillowcases and then reuse the inserts. So there's the inserts. I have the lumbar size in there for $16.89, but you can scroll through and there's a ton of different sizes and multiple size packs. We have Clothes Lover in the chat. Hey, Clothes Lover, watched your last 3 shows on repeat. They were great. Oh, good. I'm glad you enjoyed them, Clothes Lover. Oh, why are you so sad? Don't be sad. You just got back from your great trip that you were so excited about. But that's okay. We all I will be glad when this week is over. I'm not going to lie. I will be glad when it's the weekend and we're a little bit closer to the Thanksgiving holiday. So you just got to get through in the next few days. Yeah, Clothes Lover, you know what I will say? I know, sometimes, I don't know. You never want to not talk to family, especially if you really do care for them, because if something happens to them, you're always going to regret. I feel like you're going to regret having unresolved issues, right? So that would be my thing. But maybe you just kind of think about how you want to approach situations and then just kind of keep it at bay and just know how they are. And then you can kind of put boundaries without cutting off communication. That would be my, especially when it comes to family. It's different with maybe potentially friends or obviously personal relationships. But yeah, sometimes you have to protect your mental health. But glad you're here. So let's talk about our pillows. We have a pillowscape. My dogs love the pillows. Last night in the stream, they also messed up our pillows. I don't know where Minnie's at. I think she went upstairs. But this is also Zoe's little spot on the couch over here. So Zoe's over here. But here's the pillow. Here's the pillow. This is the pillowcase. This comes in different colors. So obviously we did the frosty, fun, snowy, so lots of blue and white, lots of snowflakes. This one has the Christmas trees. If you guys remember, I feel like for all the holidays, St. Patrick's Day, we had one with St. Patrick's Day, little fuzzies. We had pumpkins and leaves for fall. I think we had bunnies and eggs for Easter. We even had, I think, stars for 4th of July. So these types of pillows, they've just made them into every season. This is the new one that I have. It's blue, a little bit of texture on the Christmas trees, and then you can get them with or without the colored stump. So I kind of wanted that to kind of make it look a little bit, you can really tell it's a tree. So different colors are available. It's a 2-pack. I think I have 18 by 18. I believe, with the pillowcases. And also some of our Fashionista fam gave us a good tip with these pillowcases to maybe get the 18 by 18 and get a little bit larger 20 by 20 insert. I haven't tried that, but if you get the larger insert and you kind of stuff it in here, it's going to make it look a lot fuller. So there's that first pillowcase, talking about our pillowscape here. Oh, well, thank you, Clothes Lover. I try. And then I also added this new one. I was looking, really kind of liked a lot of these with the little designs, the scapes, like the nature scapes, the embroidery, the texture. So here's the other one that I have. This is $14.99 for the 1 pillowcases. These are actually our number 1 clicked product currently. So as you can see, it's got a lot of different texture, like a little bit of embroidery. We have the deer, the blue background with the white snow. We also have the evergreen. So I feel like this would also work in a lot of decor. So you could use this in a sitting room, a living room, maybe even adding just a little bit of festivity to your bedroom. So we will be doing, like I said, a comforter, bedding. We did that a little bit last night. We're going to be doing it for my master bedroom again. But maybe you don't want to invest in a new comforter, but you still want to be a little festive with the decor. Sometimes all you need to do is just change out some of the pillowcases and add some fun pillows, and you can match. You can match your, if you have a blue or gray bedroom, you can match the decor with that. So that's $14.99 for that one. Harper, oh, thank you, Harper. compliment. I appreciate that so much. Glad you are here. We always appreciate having everybody here, the Fashionista fam. I'm glad you guys enjoy it. I know I don't want to, like I said, inundate you so much with all the holiday stuff. So I've been trying to, like, you know, do real life clothing, like real finds, like not all holiday, but kind of wanted to cover all the bases with anything that you're doing, any type of decor. If you want traditional, a little bit more contemporary, modern, you know, like children theme was a little bit what we did last night too, kind of giving everybody a little bit of idea. So we're doing our whole series, but tomorrow we're going to be doing our fall fashion again, our burgundy trends. So we did chocolate brown on Saturday, and we're going to be doing burgundy trends tomorrow night. We're going to have promo codes for that as well. All right, here's a 2-pack pillow cover set from Phantoscope. So I'll be honest with you, it comes with a 2-pack. I think we did something similar with a 2-pack set from Phantoscope and the Heritage Decor. I only used one. I bought it for one. And that's what I bought it for, was this one. I thought this was so cute. Look at that. It's got like the really cozy fleece texture on it. Let it snow. I did not use the gnome one, but I just thought these were so cute. So I used that again. I had that here last year. It's another, again, it's just the pillowcase. So you're gonna wanna make sure you pick up those inserts. And then I have this really cute Phantoscope Snowflake pillow that I added for a little bit of fun. And the thing that's nice about snow is that it's not just limited to the holidays. So you can kind of transition this post-holiday into January, you know, before your Valentine's Day decor, and it kind of still gives a winter feel without being too Christmassy. So this is available in different colors. It's a snowflake shape. This one, you know, is going to be what it is. You're going to have to store it when you're not using it. But it's got like the really nice, pretty texture. And that's when Zoe's not here. We have a cute little pillow corner over there as well. That one is $29.99. And the girls always cheer me up. I know Minnie was down here. I don't know where she went. Clothes lover. Did you get the Nutcracker sweatshirt? Oh yeah, that's so cute. We had a similar one today. I went with the blue theme. I don't really have anything very snowy for clothes, so I decided to go with that blue icicle theme. And this one, there's not a lot of stock left in this one. So some of these with the sequins and the fun sleeves tend to go really quickly. So if you like them, definitely pick it up. Yeah, I agree. I like pillows too, because they automatically like dress up the space for the season. Sometimes I feel like that's all you really need, is it just kind of brings that little bit of festivity. And I like the fact that it adds like a little bit of texture, which is fun. Carrie's following. Hey Carrie, thanks for the follow. So glad you're here today. Welcome to the show. So we have a few other pillows that I included to go along with the theme, but let's change gears and talk about a few of the other products that I have here. So I've shared this recently. I did a lot more of the realistic greenery. So I'm somebody that I always like to add a little bit of nature, a little bit like of greenery, whether it's like faux flowers, real flowers, or even just sprigs of evergreen like this. And this one is kind of hard to see. Has a little bit of the flocking detail. It's not like heavily coated, but just enough to give it that snow effect. So depending on your decor, like downstairs, we did a lot of like more of the fresh greenery feel. This one, we were kind of giving like that frosty feel. It's got like the real feel texture to it. And it comes in sprigs. I ordered 1 pack of these, you guys, and there was a ton in 1 pack. I was actually able to split the pack up between 2 vases. So we featured this on Gingerbread, the Gingerbread stream, when I shared my kitchen table tray that I did. That vase had a lot of these in, and then this is just like a vintage milk glass vase. I collect milk glass, and I like to integrate it in my decor, so I actually do like some vintage finds. And then it's really nice because you can put it on display with the cute, realistic twigs there, or like whatever branches. Here, let's turn this just a little bit more this way so you can see what is on my coffee table here. So unfortunately, you guys, I've had this forever. You can find similar ones on Amazon, but I don't want to lead you astray. So if you are looking for a sparkle snow globe, just put it in the search bar. You'll find something similar, but I don't know if it's similar enough to share. So this is kind of what I have on my coffee table here to go with the frosty and snowy finds. Well, Harper, thank you so much for the compliment. But I would say, I'm definitely not 21. I'm actually 41. I don't know if you're just humoring me or not, but I'm actually 20 years older. 20 years older than that. All right, I also love these. This is over in a little corner that I have. I have a little stand with a vintage mirror, and I kind of have this in front of the vintage mirror. I've used this before on my fireplace. I've also used this on my dining room tablescape. You get a set of 2. Right now, this year, I'm only using the 1. I always try to find a place to put these because I like them. They're about 2 feet tall. They come with these pipe cleaner branches, and then they light up. They don't have any like changing lights or just like the steady on, or you can put them on a timer, but I really feel like it gives like that frosty feel. And again, just like the Snowflake decor and pillows, like this you can use into January too. Like, it's so hard, you know. The shortest day of the year is not even here yet. So the days are only going to get shorter. They don't really feel to get much longer until like March. I feel like is when you start to notice the difference. So January can still be very wintry and dark, and it's nice to still have a little bit of light because it's tough after you take your Christmas tree down, right? So having little pieces of decor like this is a nice way to segue out of the holidays into that winter season. So it kind of works for both. Like I said, you can adjust the branches any which way. That is a set of 2. They're nice on sideboards, buffets, fireplace mantles, tablescapes, dining rooms, and $20.99, normally $26.99 for the set of 2. Harper says, love the Noel sign. Yes, that's next. The little Noel marquee sign. This is actually down in my wine bar. And yeah, the trees are so good. The trees are so good. So if you don't have these yet, it's a good, cozy way to dress up your holiday decor. Alan's here. Hey, Alan, welcome to the show. So glad you're here today. Happy Tuesday. Thank you for popping on. Glad to see you. So yeah, I have this on my wine bar downstairs, but since it is a white marquee letter with a little bit of silvery feel, kind of gave me that frosty feel. In the past, I've actually also had this on this fireplace mantle over here. I always will reuse a lot of my decor, but I might make it look different by putting it in a different spot or styling it differently year to year. I actually had this Noel sign set, I think, for at least 4 years maybe. And that's how often and how long I've had it. And then I've reused it many times. So you get all 4 letters, spell them out. They each take 2 AAAs. Like I said, you can put these a lot of places. Bookshelf, fireplace mantle could be good for like a coffee bar, an at-home bar. And there is that marquee set for $18.99. Alan goes, I used to work nights at a pizza joint. I needed the dough. I understand that. I'm always down for some pizza. All right, have a good night, Harper. See you soon. Okay, let's move the camera this way. We're going to go over here and take a look at my end table. So again, you see a little bit of the milk glass, a little bit of my vintage feel, my end table here that I upcycled. And let's take a look at what I did with my Leon. Oh yes, Leon. Was that Rudolph? Is that Rudolph? Laura. Hey Laura, welcome to the show. So glad you're here. I'm hoping my chat, I feel like my chat is working, but I'm a little far away from my browser, so I can't see. But let's take a look at what we did on my end table here. So again, using like a lot of my everyday vintage stuff and integrating some Amazon things. So what I did with this, okay, I did my own little DIY upcycle. I kept seeing everywhere people were having like these light up like Christmas art. I need to do one more thing to it. But this piece of artwork, well, hold on. My string lights are stuck here in the little easel. So what I need to do, I need to take some 3M sticky tape and stick the string lights on the back. What I did, so I ordered this piece of art. Now, don't be fooled. This does not light up. The piece of art does not light up, and it does not come with the frame. It comes just like this, which is this one that I have linked up. It comes just like this. It's just a print, nothing special. Nothing special about it. I linked up the other print. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that print, if I'm gonna end up using it this year. But I decided to integrate it in there if you wanna do the same DIY, because this particular print is limited stock and it might not come in time for your project. There's a couple other prints under this link. So that's the one that I decided to go with. It's a little Christmas tree in the snow. Yeah, Ellen, I got the joke. I got the joke with the dough. I got the joke with the dough. So yes, so just so you know, that is not lighting up. So here's the other one. There's a couple other prints with this one too. Just looks like this. It's flat, so you gotta frame it or do something with it. This one has a person with a little dog on the side there and the Christmas tree. So what I ended up doing, and it's kind of hard to see, what I ended up doing, there's string lights. I just kind of put the string lights behind the photo and they illuminated through to create a light up effect. So I could turn it off. That's what the print looks like without the lights on. I just used Scotch tape. Taped them back onto the back of the print. That was it. And then I'm just gonna take some 3M sticky and stick this back here. But I haven't done that yet. It's not like it's an emergency because I have it on an easel on the table. So there's your fairy lights there. You can do a lot of different things with those too, but linked them up for this particular project. And then here's the frame that I used. Yeah, you know what? Well, okay, this is the thing. I was fooled. So I thought when I ordered this print that it was gonna be in a frame lighting up. It did come in a frame, but when I took it apart to try to do the craft, the frame fell apart. So just be aware if you get it with frame, like it's not like a very well-made frame. So I was like, well, I wonder if there's a way I can make this light up. As you can see, this one's kind of, it's not perfect Scotch tape. This one's kind of down on the bottom there, but yeah, so that's what I did. So fun little craft out of the frame, and it's really cool. And you can do a lot with this frame too. So I'm sure if I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. I don't really have a spot for it, but there you go. And then that is part. I have another DIY that I did for outside. So whenever we get outside, I was hoping my landscape guy would come here to like do some final cleanup, but it decided to be like sleeting this today, so that didn't happen yet. So there's that little project. Yeah, close over, but you gotta add with this, so you guys know it doesn't come with the lights. You gotta tape. I taped the lights on the back of it, taped the fairy lights on the back, and then put it in its own frame. So the print is gonna be just a regular print. So don't be like me. I was fooled. I thought it was gonna light up too, because the way it was described in the description, I just read it. I'm like, oh, it lights up. No, it doesn't. I made it light up. So that was my little craft that I did over here. I guess I didn't put my advent calendar. I have the advent calendar here. We talked about that during the advent calendar stream. It's my fun little end table. And then let's see here. What else do we have? You know, I did one hole punch. You can probably see it. I did one hole punch, but to tell you the truth, it was starting to get messy. And I'm like, you know what? That's not gonna work. So I kept that one. I kept that one with the one hole punch. And you can kind of see it right there. See? And it started to like tear. So what I did for the rest of them, I just taped them to the back. So you can see they're not exactly through. So this one here, if you have a little bit more patience, but it's kind of hard to thread them. And then it's kind of hard because then I feel like you're going to have the wires stick through somewhere. So I was like, that's not going to work. So what I ended up doing, I could still see them through the print. So I just taped them to the back. Now, again, it might depend on how thick your print is, if they're gonna shine through. If they're gonna shine through or not. But like I said, you can put it on a buffet, you can put it on a sideboard. It's good on a bookshelf. It's just kind of fun. So if you're a little bit more patient and crafter, you could probably have them poke through, but I didn't feel like it was necessary. All right, so we've shared the gingerbread a million times, but my gingerbread man is down in this corner here. So I had to share the whole look. So I know you're like, Kristen, you have these gingerbread in every single stream. Well, he's over here. There he is, $31.99 for that one. And then this is downstairs, but I felt like I couldn't have a snowy frosty decor stream without a frosty snowman. So I included our little frosty snowman look for less. Pottery Barn little snowman pillow. He comes with this cute little red scarf. $29.99. With the red, he doesn't go up here. He goes downstairs, but you know, we had to share. We had to share again. And then, all right, let's go ahead and take a look at my chair over here. I don't know if you guys can see. Let me see. Let me move this. I might just have to bring these up. Let's see. This is going to be in the way too. All right, there you can kind of see that a little bit. Too many things in the way. And I don't really want to move everything around. But back on this armchair back here, this is a little cozy vignette that I have. So we have the lumbar pillow here with the snowflake pillow. So this snowflake pillow we've talked about a couple times, and it comes like in a set, and I've used the little snowflakes everywhere. Let me make sure I have the right thing highlighted here. So here's the little lumbar pillow. It just says Merry Christmas with the light blue, because that was what I was looking for. $12.98, you just get the one little pillow. And then, like I said, I shared these cute little snowflake pillows. They come in a set of two. I have one downstairs with the snowman on the chair, and then I have it over here with the snowy fun decor. So you can pair them together, or you can kind of split them up to create the feel that you want. And that's $21.99 for the set of two. We have Carol here. Hey, Carol, welcome to the show. So glad you're here today. Happy Tuesday. We're here for Snowy and Frosty Fun Decor on Amazon Live. So we have a lot of snow, a lot of blue, icy blue finds in the carousel today. And then this is not really very holiday-esque. I have this up all the time. I'm finally glad I got this color. I had a lighter blue on that chair, and to tell you the truth, I never really liked it. It was a bedsheet blanket. It was comfy, it was cozy, but I love this color. This is more what I was looking for. It is a bubble throw. You can get it in the throw size or the queen size for your bedding, and it's just really high quality. You got the cozy like velour back. So if you're gonna use this to cuddle up in, you can. Because sometimes I have them where, you know, they're kind of fun and furry on the one side, but they're more for decor. Like you get the decorative aesthetic feel with this bubble fur on this side. But then if you wanna cuddle up in it to watch TV, it's got this really soft side. So multifunctional, yet aesthetic. And it comes in a bedding size. So if you want to throw this on your bed, or maybe you even want to use this as a comforter on your bed, you can do that as well. That's nice and cozy. Tons of colors are available, and that is the blue that I have. Yeah, I really like this one too. It's exactly what I've been looking for, because I had ordered a couple throws. Sometimes there are two turquoise, sometimes two Tiffany blue, sometimes two pastel, sometimes two teal. This was perfect. This color was perfect. All right, and then over here, we've shared this tree a few times too, but you know, you gotta have your flocked tree for your Frosty Fun. So this is my 9 feet flocked tree from Yahitech, my 3rd year of having it in my home. Yes, we still have Thanksgiving artwork on the frame. That's okay, because Thanksgiving's next week. So $309.99, it is very tall. Still not quite tall. I could probably do 12 feet with my ceilings, and it's a very full. And then I currently, because it is not a smart LED tree, I have it hooked up to my Govee smart plugs. And you guys know we're gonna be streaming on Govee tomorrow at 10:30 Eastern time. I gotta look. I don't even know what we're talking about tomorrow. But if you are a Govee user, just like I am, and you have everything in your app, all your LED lights, you can see we have some outside my window here. You can control it through the app, and you can also, excuse me, control it through voice command too. It works with Alexa and Google. It's nice if you don't have like a tree that has a remote or any type of like smart device or timer. You can hook it up to this. You can turn it on and off with the voice command. You can also set it on the timer too. And I have it plugged in behind the fireplace, so I don't have to reach back there every single time that I want to turn the Christmas tree on and off. I got a piece of fuzz, I think, in my throat. So those are $19.99 for the set of 2, and those are a game changer. And then these are just the different types of throws. So we talked about all the different types of pillows. So I have the lumbar size linked up for Utopia, but if you picked up any of the pillow covers, make sure you purchase the inserts. And then if you're like me and you like seasonal decor and you're gonna change it out, maybe you're gonna switch to Valentine's Day right after the holidays, all you gotta do is store the pillow covers and you can keep reusing the inserts, which are perfect. So that is the deal there. $16.89 for the lumbar size. Shell's here. Hey, Shell, welcome to the show. So glad you're here today. Happy Tuesday. I know it's kind of a quick stream. I was saving the stream because we didn't have a ton in the carousel. So I was saving the stream for a night where I had smaller window of time to stream. But if there is something that you want to see, we still have a few minutes left. If there's something that you want to see, if you have questions on, feel free to put those questions in the chat too if you are just joining us. And then my outfit. So this sweatshirt, just like the pink nutcracker sweatshirt we shared last night, it's very similar, tends to sell out very quickly. So there's not a price point there. You will have to click through on the product, select whatever color or design that you want, and then click like see buying options, and it will show you that it ships Prime. I don't know why sometimes it lists it that way. Sometimes you click through buy now. And I feel like that's because sometimes there's limited stock or it's going quickly. But, believe it or not, I don't have like a Snowflake sweatshirt. So I went with the next best thing, which was like this icy blue sweatshirt, which has the really cute like vintage style Santa Claus with the neon pink Santa hat. He's even got a little bit of berries right there. And then we have the similar sequin sleeves. Got the banded cuff, a little bit of this like textured velour, and the sequins underneath. So fun. I mean, I think this is cute just to wear, like if you're cookie baking, maybe you're having a movie night, you're trying to be super festive. But I also think it would work for a cute, ugly Christmas sweater party. I have lots of holiday options, no shortage of holiday options. So we have the sweatshirt linked up in different colors. And this is our #1 clicked product right now. Here we always do our home decor streams, and the fashion still always ends up in the top 3. Some way or another. So it's velour on the sleeves, close lever, if you can see that there. The nutcracker is the same way. So do you see it's kind of got like that texture underneath on the sequins? It's not over here. So this is like a regular sweatshirt, but the sleeve detail has like the velour texture with the sequins underneath. Isn't it fun? I like that. I like the colors. I really like the hot pink Santa hat. I think that's really cute. And then here's my snowflake. I do have snowflake earrings. These are the beaded statement earrings. I think this was my first pair of holiday statement earrings I ever purchased from Amazon. So here we have the beaded snowflakes, and then they have the felt back. And those are $8.99 to go with our frosty and snowy decor theme this evening. Wow, that half hour went quick, you guys. All right, so if you have questions before we wrap up the stream, we will recap our top 3 clicked products. And if you have questions on anything, I know I kind of went through everything kind of quickly, but I think I got like the main idea of everything, how I did the little DIY photo, how I've used these throughout the years. A lot of the stuff I've had for a couple years, and I've just used it in different ways. So if you have questions on that, questions on the product, put those questions down in the chat. If you also have your guesses for what you think the top 3 clicked products are, go ahead and put your guesses down in the chat. While you're doing that, because I'm always a little bit ahead of you guys, don't forget to follow here if you want to see more. So we're about halfway through our holiday decor, so you can go back and watch the replays. Much easier to access when you follow me. You can also search for me, Cleveland Fashionista, on Amazon. It'll come down in the drop-down menu once you start typing that in. You can go to the live stream tab, watch the replays. And like I said, we're going to do a holiday patio and outdoor. Hopefully they come and clean up the leaves in my yard so we can have a nice stream outside. Then we have bedding, towels, and rugs. So that'll be my master bedroom, what I did in there this year. And then we'll also do some nostalgic decor ideas as well. But don't fear, it's because we did a lot of decor in November. We still have a lot of hosting, parties, charcuterie, gifting, gift wrap coming up for you in December. As well as a lot of other fashion. And tomorrow night is going to be our fall fashion series conclusion, color trends with the burgundy. We have tons of promo codes. So if you want a good fashion try on, that'll be tomorrow evening. Oh no, that's okay. Yeah, it's really easy. It's really easy. Clothes lover. All you do, I can explain it again really, really quickly. I need to make a video of it, but you know what, I didn't make a video because I didn't know if it was gonna work. I didn't make a video because I'm one of those people, I'm not good at filming myself when I'm trying to do a project. But any of the prints that you get, what did I do with them? Here they are. It's just gonna be a print. There's no frame. Well, the tree comes with the frame. No guarantee it comes with a nice frame. So it's just a regular print that you can frame whatever you want to do with it. And then I just took those fairy lights. So I gave you 2 prints. Also, make sure that you're picking out the correct frame size as well. Make sure you're picking out the correct frame size. And then I just took these fairy lights and scotch taped them on the back of the print. Now again, the illumination effect may vary depending on how thick the print is. You can punch holes in it, but mine started to tear. So I just taped it, and you can still get the illumination effect. So the little string lights are on the back of the print. It's in this frame. And then I purchased a separate frame. And voila, there's your light up art. And if you want to, you can take the little string light and then tape it. Or you could do a 3M sticky on the back, which I haven't done that yet. Because for me, I just put it on this easel and then I can just hide it behind the frame. Let me adjust that a little bit. And yeah, then there you go. So you can turn off the lights or turn on the lights, which is kind of cool. Hey, Skippy. Welcome to the show. So glad you're here. Thank you, Carrie. Yeah, we're definitely set for Christmas. We have a few more Christmas streams coming your way. All right, everybody. So put your guesses and your guesses for the top 3 clicked products and any other questions that you may have. And then we will recap our top 3. So like I said, if you're enjoying, follow along. Also turn on notifications for my streams, and you can follow me on social. I'm Cleveland Fashionista everywhere, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Doesn't it? I mean, you don't really realize it until you turn it off, right? And then you realize how illuminated it was. And then I saw them. They were kind of going viral, already pre-lit. And I was in case you didn't find them or they were sold out, you can kind of make your own. And you can get different sizes of prints too. If you can find a larger one with a larger frame, just make sure you have enough fairy lights to complete it. Yeah, I just taped it. That's just taped. Now again, it may vary if you're getting a different print. It may vary on the thickness of the print, and also on the brightness of the lights. But experiment with it a little bit. And like I said, if you're crafty and patient enough, I'm not patient enough to mess around. I didn't even have all the right supplies to punch a hole with it. This is something I did on a whim. I'm sitting on my steps unloading packages and I'm okay, that's not illuminated. And I'm I wonder if we can make a little bit of a DIY. So that's what I did. Yeah, and I just used Scotch tape and that was it. All right, let's take a look at our top 3 clicked products. If nobody has any guesses, that's okay. We will recap the top 3 here. Let me just scroll on through. Right? Make sure you use the clear tape. And also too, you got to be careful. If your print is too thin, I feel you could potentially see the tape through it. So just experiment with it a little bit. All right, so let me see here. I know what our number 1 clicked product is. I think I know what our number 2 is. Then I just got to figure out what number 3 is, which I think I know. Yes. Okay, we got a clear top 3. So here we go. Coming in 3rd place is this really cute pillow cover here. So fun. $14.99. You do just get one. It's a little different. It's got a lot of the embroidery. Again, dress up a chair, a sofa, a bedroom. Maybe just match your decor and add a few seasonal pillows. And you won't even have to change all your bedding. You can just kind of elevate the look. Did I let my dad help decorate outside? No, I didn't do any. He didn't do any of the lights for me outside. He didn't do any of the lights for me outside. But I probably do need him to help me fix a few things. But yeah, all right. And then coming in 2nd place was my sweatshirt, which is really cute. No doubt about the sweatshirt being fun. So that was number 2. And then the picture came in at number 1 here. And keep in mind, this was a DIY, so it does not light up. And then the one that I have, there's a couple different prints. This exact one's a little bit delayed shipping. So click through, there's some other prints. And then that's why I also included the other print I ordered, but I haven't done anything with yet. So you can create the same DIY. So clothes lover, I do personal training, but I'm actually changing up some things with my workouts because I'm having to go in a different direction from my workouts, from my personal trainer that I had previously. But I have been doing that for a while. So I do a lot of like HIIT and intervals. I don't do just cardio. I like a cardio mix with strength training.